23 minutes and 15 seconds. That's the exact price you pay for every single interruption. A text message, a quick question from a coworker, they aren't just seconds of your time. They're killing your productivity, because this is how long it takes for your brain to reach a state of deep focus. Have you ever wondered why you're exhausted at the end of the day despite not being productive? It's because your brain is like a jet engine, which takes a massive amount of fuel to get off the ground, yet you keep forcing it to shut down and restart. Doing this dozens, sometimes hundreds of times a day, with each restart costing energy that is never refunded. Thus, if you're proud of being a multitasker, stop. You aren't doing multiple things at once. You're simply switching your attention from one task to another, restarting the 23 minutes and 15 seconds every single time. This doesn't just lower the quality of your work and slow you down, it actually makes you dumber and destroys your short-term memory. Still don't believe me? Look at how you drive. The only reason you can listen to music while doing it is because your brain has saved it as a habit, an automated process that conserves energy when intense concentration isn't required. But the moment things get serious on the road, you turn the music off, since your brain knows it can't handle both when focus truly matters. This is your competition, ladies and gentlemen. Most people cannot focus for more than 5 minutes. If you can protect your attention, you are already ahead of 90% of the world. You don't need to work more hours. You just need to eliminate distractions, which is why it's important to create an environment where you can't be interrupted. In a typical 9 to 5, it's harder, but still possible. Just tell your team not to disturb you, wear headphones, find a quiet meeting room, or work from home if possible. Otherwise, for my entrepreneur friends, just get lost. They can't disturb you if they can't find you. Once you have your environment, stop wasting time by starting your day with trivial work. Essentially all the administrative and logistical tasks you have to do, like emails, meetings, calls, etc. Why? Because although they are important, they don't move the needle and are massively time-intensive. Instead, use the rule of 3. Write down every goal you have for the week ahead, narrow it down to your top 3 priorities, and then throw everything else in the trash. Yes, you heard it right. Throw everything else away. Productivity isn't about how much you get done, it's about whether you get the most important things done. You don't outwork people, you outfocus them. Therefore, after identifying the top 3 goals for the week, write down 1 to 3 daily priorities that will move you closer to your weekly goals and start working on them. By the way, if you have more than 3 priorities, you don't have any. This way, you focus on the Pareto principle, where 20% of your input creates 80% of your results. And in almost every situation, that 80% output is enough to make a difference and outperform everyone else easily. To accelerate this, work in 90-minute blocks, fully focusing on a single priority with 0 distractions in each session. After 90 minutes of high intensity, you must take a break. Otherwise, your performance will drop. Rest, reset, then begin your next session. Use a countdown timer, especially at the beginning, as staying focused will be challenging. But if you want to take it to the next level, you need to identify your peak hours. We all have specific times of day when our energy is highest and work feels less like a grind and more like play. That's when you should schedule your most demanding 90-minute blocks. Don't waste your biological peak on average tasks. Use it to move mountains. To sharpen your focus even more, use Parkinson's law. The law states that work expands to fill the time available for its completion. So if you give yourself all day, it will take all day. Instead, set short, challenging deadlines that feel almost impossible. By giving yourself less time, you push your brain into a focused, high-pressure state where you work faster and better because there is no time left to waste. Finally, only work on lower priority tasks like emails after you've completed your most important priorities. These tasks are also best done during times of the day when your energy is low, since they don't require much focus. By simply following these concepts, you'll get more done in less time, so you're no longer busy but truly productive, hitting your goals faster and actually having time to enjoy life. However, there is a catch. None of these strategies will work unless you understand and practice the following principles. 1. Recovery and exercising. The most undervalued and powerful part of the productivity game is recovery. I cannot stress this enough. Without rest, productivity is impossible. You must take breaks during the day and even days off to recharge your battery. And no, you aren't lazy for doing so. You are recovering so you can actually perform when it matters. Thus, when you are away from work, stay away. Don't check your emails, don't think about your tasks, and don't bring work on your vacation. Even checking one email on your free time can pull you back into work mode and stops you from recovering properly for the day. Start recovering by improving your sleep sleep and getting at least 7 to 8 hours each night. You can also take naps or practice meditation, which helps your mind become calmer, happier, and more focused. Simple habits like walking outside or reading can also help. Exercising is another powerful tool for recovery and boosting energy levels. It helps your brain handle stress in a healthy and controlled way. 2. Food. Eating provides your body with energy by converting food into glucose, a simple sugar that both your body and brain use as fuel. If you feel tired or unfocused, it is often because your blood sugar levels are either too high or too low. To maintain steady energy throughout the day, eat regular meals in moderate portions and focus on whole, unprocessed foods. Because they are digested more slowly, they provide a gradual release of glucose, helping keep your energy levels stable for longer and preventing spikes and crashes. 3. Routines. Having a routine is very powerful because it lets you automate good habits instead of relying on discipline, willpower, or constant motivation, so that even on bad days, you still get the important things done without having to convince yourself to start. The best way to build a routine is through habit stacking. This means attaching a new habit to something you already do every day. For example, if you want to start planning your day, do it right after you pour your first cup of coffee. Since that habit is already there, the new one sticks much faster. Another trick is to start small. Don't try to change your whole life overnight. Just focus on showing up at the same time every morning. Once the timing becomes automatic, the work itself feels much easier.